Alrighty, it is time for another book haul. Yeah, I've accumulated a lot of books over the past couple months. Honestly, like I was getting all these books for this video and I'm like, how did this happen? Like, how do I have so many books sitting here? I don't know. So I thought I would do a little book haul. I actually talked about this in like my Christmas video. So I wanted to do a book haul of what I got for Christmas. And then also the books that I've just accumulated over the past few weeks because I've had Books A Million gift cards, Christmas money, that kind of thing. So let's just get on into it. So at first I was trying not to buy any books before the holidays and I didn't really succeed in that. One book I got, Sable Peak, I showed in a vlog, so I'm not gonna show it here, but I did buy a few books before Christmas. So anyways, first I got Meet the Benedettos by Katie Katoon. I literally can't say that. This was actually gifted to me by the publisher, which is very kind. It's from HarperCollins. So thank you so much to the publisher for this book. I don't really know what it's about. It says it's The Kardashians meets Pride and Prejudice, which sounds so good. So I'm very excited to read this. It's pretty short too. It's like a little over 200 pages. I feel like it'll just be a fun literary fiction book. So very excited about this. And then I was in my off-campus binge and I went to Books A Million and got The Score because I'd read the first two on my Kindle and I really wanted the physical copy of the third one because I thought I was gonna love it, and I did. You can hear more about that in my December wrap up, but anyways, I bought the physical copy, the new cover of The Score, which is the third book in the off-campus series. Spread edges, new cover. It's beautiful. I'm obsessed with these covers, and I'm also showing these in the order I got them, so this isn't the only off-campus book that I bought. Next, we're getting into the Christmas gifts. So first, my friend Allie got me What I Carry by Jennifer Longo, and I am so excited. She loves this book. It's one of her favorites, and I've never read it. So it's like a YA romance, emotional romance maybe? I'm not really sure. It says things that don't fit in a suitcase. Friendship, a boyfriend, a family, college. Growing up in foster care, Muir has an unbreakable rule. Pack light, toothbrush, yes, socks, yes, friends, family, a boyfriend, no way. She knows better than to weigh herself down with additional baggage, and now she has just 1 year left before she ages out of the system. All she has to do is make it through senior year and she can start living life on her own terms. But then she meets Francine and Kira and Sean and everything changes. So I'm so excited to read this. Actually, my friend Zoe read it and she, like, I told her I got this for Christmas and she was like, I feel like you're gonna love that. I was reading it and I was like, why hasn't Bethany read this yet? So very excited. I feel like I'm gonna love this. And I just love a like YA romance. I feel like this is gonna be similar to Bridget Kimmerer, which I love her books and I love her YA like emotional romances. So very excited. I got the rest of the new covers of the Magnolia Parks universe and I'm so excited. I love the new covers. They're so beautiful. So we have Magnolia Parks, A Long Way Home, and Daisy Hates the Great Undoing, which is my favorite book of the year. Oh, I love this book so much. And I just love the new covers. I obviously have the old covers or the OG covers, and I am going to pre-order the old cover, the OG cover of Into the Dark. But I also want to get Into the Dark in these new covers, so I wanted to have all of them. I actually already have Daisy Hates, so I wanted to like complete my collection. And these books are just so beautiful. I'm obsessed with them. I love the OG covers and I love the new covers. I think they're just so fun. So very excited about those. We all know how I feel about Magnolia Parks universe. And then also for Christmas, I got the new cover of Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I am so excited about these new covers. They're just like literally perfect, like the most floppy, amazing book I've ever seen. I love this series so much. It takes place in Ireland and it's about Johnny and Shannon. This is the first book in the series and I might be showing the next one later on. So got this. It's huge and the first print run has this beautiful spine. I'm obsessed with the spines and they look so good next to each other. Then I got this, which I showed in my What I Got for Christmas haul in my Christmas vlog, which is Growing Seasons by Kristen Johns. This is like a recipe book, DIYs, her thoughts, inspiration. It says heartfelt recipes, DIY style and decor, and inspiration to help you find beauty and wonder in each day. So I think it goes from January to December. I'm so excited to actually put this in my kitchen because I feel like it's just like the perfect like little book, and it has like all kinds of beautiful photos and recipes. I'm so excited to read this, use the recipes. Then from my husband, I got a couple more books in the off-campus series. This one I got in our Christmas Eve book swap, The Goal, and then on Christmas Day, Ethan got me The Legacy, which is the novellas, and I've already read these and I'm obsessed with them, so you'll hear more about that in my December wrap up if you haven't watched it. But I just love these books. They're a college hockey romance series and they're so good. They came out years ago, but they just came out with new covers and I'm obsessed with the new covers. I'm obsessed. Next, Ethan also got me Last Time We Met by Emily Houghton. I've been wanting to read this book for so long, but I don't think it's published in the US because you can buy it on Amazon, but it's pretty expensive and I think you have to pay for shipping. So he ordered it on Blackwell's reviews, but I've just heard really good things about this book. And I've also heard it compared to Emily Henry. It's like a second chance romance, which I love. It sounds so good. I'm so excited to read this book. Like, I literally want to like read it immediately, but I also have other books that I want to read this month, like new releases, and I'm also reading other books to prepare for new releases anyways. But I really want to read this very soon because it just sounds so good. I've heard such good things about it. So next, I got these books the day after Christmas at Books A Million. They had a huge sale. I got these for so cheap and I had a gift card. So first, I got the second book in the Boys of Tommen series, Keeping 13. With the new spine, the new cover. I'm obsessed with these books. I'm obsessed with these covers, we all know. So I had to get the second one because it released December 26th and it's just as sloppy and perfect. And I plan to reread and annotate these books this year. And I'm so excited for Saving and Redeeming 6 to come out because I just love, like, I wasn't sure about these new covers until I saw them in person and they're just beautiful. Like, I love how floppy they are. They're like really tall compared to like a normal size book, but I'm just obsessed with like everything about them. I love the series. So I had to get the new covers and they're just, oh, I just want to do this all day. And I literally will just like sit and reread quotes and scenes because I love this book so much. Then also at Books A Million, I got Ruthless Vows because it came out December 26th as well. Already read this, it's in my December wrap up, but it's so beautiful. I also got a signed copy, which I'm so excited about. It's beautiful. I love the cover of this. And then I got the last two books that I didn't own in the Off-Campus series, The Deal and The Mistake. These covers, I will just literally never get over them. They're beautiful. Very excited about these books. I love the Off-Campus series. I'm so excited about these covers. I'm really hoping that the Bar U series comes out in new covers because they're so beautiful. Next, I have a couple more Christmas gifts that I opened after Christmas, but I did put these in my Christmas vlog because I was just so excited about them. So my friend Zoe first got me A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber, but this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition and it is signed and I am so excited to have a signed copy of this book. It's one of my favorite books of 2023 and I just love it so much. There's also a bonus scene or like an alternate ending at the end of this and this cover is just beautiful, like the pink. I'm obsessed. So very excited. This is the last book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. If you haven't read it, fantasy, like fairy tale fantasy, very easy to understand and it's just so good. So I'm so excited to have this copy. And then I was crying opening this. She got me Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Abby Jimenez? I feel like I say Jimenez, but I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. Anyways, this is one of my favorite books of all time and she fully annotated it. And I literally cannot believe this. I cannot wait to reread this book and read all of her annotations. I am so thankful. She's such a great friend and I cannot believe that she did this for me. Like, it's so annotated and it's just, I'm so excited. The tabs, everything about it. I'm obsessed. If you haven't read this book, you need to. It's about Jacob and Bree. The anxiety rep in this is so good and the romance is just so like, oh, I love this book so much. I've read it twice. I've listened to the audiobook and I cannot wait to reread it with her annotations. It was such a sweet, kind Christmas gift and I was not expecting it. And I'm just so thankful. So thank you so much, Zoe, for those. Now we're getting onto the books that I have purchased in the past few weeks because Christmas money. So first, I got Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. This, I feel like everyone's reading this right now because the third one comes out this month, but I have read ACOTAR and Throne of Glass, and I was like, it is time to read Crescent City. I was kind of intimidated going into it, but I knew I really wanted to read it before the third one comes out, and I have already read this book, but I'm gonna make you wait until my wrap up to hear about it. But I did post an Instagram photo, so if you wanna go see my bookstagram photo, you can, but I will like talk about this in my January wrap up. But I bought Crescent City and it's huge. Like, it's so thick. I wanted to get the like Barnes & Noble exclusive editions, but I didn't know when the third one would come out in that edition, so I didn't. I just got the new cover on Amazon. Next, I got The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. I am so excited. This is about Graham and Hannah's daughter, which are the characters from The Deal, which is one of my favorite books in the Off-Campus series, and I just cannot wait to read this. It is a little long, but I feel like I like don't even care because I will read anything about these characters. Obviously, like, it's not about them, it's about their daughter, but they will obviously be in this book. I'm so excited to read it. I've heard amazing things about this book. I don't want to read the back because I don't want to ruin it for myself, but I know it's about Gigi and Ryder, and it also takes place at Briar University, I think. This, I do want to read the Briar U series before I read this because this obviously takes place years and years after the Off-Campus series and the Briar U series, but I'm so excited for this romance. I want to read it soon, but I want to read the Briar U series first. But I've just heard amazing things about this book. Like, literally, I feel like recently, especially, I've seen so many great reviews, and I love the Off-Campus series, as we know, so I'm so excited to read this. Next, I bought This Time Next Year by Sophie Cousins. I actually read this in 2020, loved it so much, and then on New Year's Eve I was like, I really want to reread it, and so I listened to the audiobook and I finished it like the second day of January, and I loved it so much. It was so fun to listen to on audio. It takes place in England, so the British accent is so good. but I really wanted the physical copy because I loved it so much, and I kind of want to reread it every New Year's because it takes place on New Year's. It's about Minnie and Quinn, and they basically were born on the same day, on New Year's Day, and they meet. And you just follow them. I feel like it leans more toward literary fiction in a way because the romance isn't super heavy, but it's still so good. I highly recommend this book. I love Sophie Cousin's books. I feel like you always learn something when you read her books. So, love that. Next, I got Crescent City, House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J Maas, which is the second book in the Crescent City series. I am actually so scared to read this, but I'm also so excited. I'm definitely going to read this in January before the third one comes out, which is House of Flame and Shadow. I am gonna have to get the hardcover of House of Flame and Shadow, and obviously I've got the paperback of the other ones, but hopefully when the paperback comes out I'll just get that one and then maybe sell my hardcover so they all can match. But anyways, it's also so long, but it's okay. We all know that's Sarah J Maas. The last two books I got I actually thrifted at Second and Charles, and I feel like Second and Charles is like a hit or miss because I sometimes will find stuff, sometimes I won't. A lot of times I'll find stuff and it'll end up being like a new book in the used book section. But I find that if I go in looking for something, I have a better chance of finding something that I want because I'm not just like perusing blindly. These were two that I had on my list and I found them and I'm so excited. So I got the first two books in the Mara Dyer trilogy, The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer and The Evolution of Mara Dyer. They did have the third one, but it was in hardback. So I was like, I'm not gonna get that one. And if I do like these, I'll buy the third one on Amazon. But these were only like $6 each, which is so great. I'm so excited about these. I've heard they are comparable to Shatter Me. And if you know me, you know Shatter Me is one of my favorite series of all time. So I'm very excited. I don't really know what it's about. It says you wake up with no memory of the last few days. Your friends were killed in an accident that you miraculously survived. Your family has to move to another state to escape the fallout. You meet a mysterious boy who seems to know more about your past than you do. You start seeing things that can't possibly be there. You are afraid you are losing your mind. Can you keep it together? Mara Dyer is about to find out. I don't know. It sounds very good. I think it's like dystopian, YA. I don't really know. I haven't heard many reviews about this, and the reviews I have heard I feel like are a little mixed, but I'm very excited to see what I think about this, if they are comparable to Shatter Me. I feel like nothing is comparable to Shatter Me, but I'm excited to see what I think about these books. So, okay, I was filming a different video, so I had this set up. So I'm just gonna insert this clip here because I forgot some books for this video that I'm very excited about, so I wanted to show you. First, Allie got me Binding 13 for my birthday, and she gave it to me when she came to visit in November, so I wanted to tell you that. And one came damaged, so she gave me both because she got a new one. Anyways, I bought Keeping 13, but the one I was excited about is my special edition of Archer's Voice. This is the annotated special edition that came out in November. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite romances, and I'm so excited. So she like annotated the copy, the author did, and the actual like book without the dust jacket is so beautiful. So I needed to show you because I hadn't hauled it, and I'm obsessed with this book. So I think that's all of the books. And then I bought Betting on You, but that's a new release, so we're not surprised by that. That is all the books that I bought recently. I might buy more books, you know, soon. I definitely have a couple books, like new releases that I'll buy in January, but I'm trying not to buy like, well, that's not true. I'm using my Christmas money, but besides that, I'm trying not to buy any books besides like new releases this year because I want to get through all of my physical TBR. Not that that's very many. I feel like in the grand scheme of things, I don't have very many books in my physical TBR, but I definitely want to like focus on those and not like buy a ton of books when I already have books I can read, you know? Anyways, those are all the books that I bought recently. I hope you enjoyed this little book haul. I love buying books, reading books, separate hobbies, and they're both so fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I have a lot of fun videos to come, so get ready for that. But I think that's it for this video, and I'll see you very soon for my next one. Bye.